This might have been the most desperate moment in the shark's life. In order to survive in the endless ocean, the shark chased its prey all the way to the shore. But the water was too shallow, and it became stranded. Away from seawater, it could hardly breathe, and without water, a shark cannot live. Exposed to the sun, it was gradually losing moisture. Fortunately, this beach was full of tourists. Two men noticed the poor shark and immediately started a rescue operation. To prevent it from dehydrating, they filled buckets with water and poured them over the shark. Sensing that someone was helping, the shark wagged its tail as if to show gratitude. The men, seeing the shark was still alive, continued their efforts. But they realized that keeping it in a small puddle was only temporary, and returning it to the sea seemed impossible. They also could not drag it by hand, as it was too dangerous. At that moment, a tourist nearby came up with an idea. They would use the power of a boat to pull the shark back into the sea. One of the men brought a rope from the boat, carefully tied one end to the shark, and fixed the other end securely to the boat. Meanwhile, other tourists joined in, pouring water over the shark to keep it alive. When everything was ready, the man started the boat and slowly moved toward the sea. The shark was gradually dragged back into the water, and as soon as it was fully submerged, people on the beach erupted in applause. They believed the shark would recover immediately, but reality was not that simple. Even after re-entering the ocean, the shark did not move. Some thought it might have died during the process. But the man refused to give up. He jumped from the boat, untied the rope, and shook the shark's tail with both hands, trying to wake it up. Still, there was no response, so he had no choice but to call experts. An hour later, a rescue team arrived. The first thing they did was strike the shark's body strongly with a pole. Although it looked cruel, it was actually a scientific method. In the ocean, the internal and external pressure of a shark's body is balanced. But once pulled out of the water, external pressure vanishes instantly, and the immense internal pressure compresses its organs, causing damage. To counter this, experts used a special technique to equalize the pressure and minimize internal injuries. Then, the rescue team tied the shark with ropes and made it swim, letting the faster currents restore its breathing. Thanks to their professional efforts, the shark, which had been stranded for a long time, finally returned safely to the sea. Even a powerful creature like a shark sometimes needs help.